It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with the Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got it. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beer, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. Check, 1, 2, ayy, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satin. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking, and now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah that's the thing, happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not, he would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satin. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Your last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satin. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What are you doing here? Go to the fucking gym.
Swole, Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, buses, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beescast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to the show, fam. 3506. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube. And of course, you can catch the replay over on Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you want to bang your ear holes. Thanks for being here. Let's get into today's show, shall we? Before we do, another reminder that we got some awesome new merch. We need America for that one. We need America for this merch. It's a wonderful lift, and indeed it is. What a great movie this time of year. It's December 10th, so you have about, well, you could watch it till New Year's, but, you know, until Christmas. After Christmas, after the 25th, Christmas is over. People don't care about Christmas anymore. So make sure that you go and check out. If you're going to watch It's a Wonderful Life, man, why not watch It's a Wonderful Life and enjoy it with It's a Wonderful Lift? Don't you want that? Don't you want that? I think you do. I think you do. All right. So that being said, check out papaswolio.com. Buy one, get one 50% off. Now, fam, let's get on into that.
Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
We got the first one. We got some awesome merch. We got a great picture from, what is it, Pete? Pete says, Ugly Sweater Christmas Party 2025. Yeah, I love he's wearing a tank. So it's an ugly Christmas sweater, an ugly sweater Christmas party. And he's wearing the Swole One, You're a Swole One, Mr. Grinch tank. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Not even an actual ugly sweatshirt. Not even the ugly sweatshirt. Just wearing a tank. Yeah. It's an ugly sweatshirt contest or party. Well, I'm going to show you my sick gains. Good for you. Good for you. Whoa. Why is it in bold? Oops. All right. So let's get into some Swole Fam posts. Let me see here. What do we have? Oh, a couple of things didn't get opened. Let me see here. A bunch of stuff didn't get opened. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We'll do that next. Let me open them all together then. All right. We got some Swole Fam posts. We also have some questions, and they didn't open at the same time. So let's see. It's weird. Sometimes I'll group questions together and I open up everything at the same time, and then it opens up each one individually, and I got to close all the windows, and it really sucks. And I do all this before the show. It's just like how the browsers and how the behavior actually works. It's weird. All right, let's get into the first one from the Swole Fam. We got this from inside the app. Daniel says, don't know where to share food pics. Well, right there in the community where you can post pictures. But here is some goodies. I know, chill. I'm not a chef, so the presentation is off, but the tastes get in my belly. It looks great. You got eggs, steak, and avocado. That's fantastic. K Standish, 815, proof of gym. Down 40 pounds since the summer, now working on that muscle. Have the goal of doing an amateur transformation bodybuilding class in a year or so. Good for you. Good for you. Looking good. Down 40 pounds since the summer. It's about 4 or 5 months. I guess depends on where you are. If you're in Florida, it is summer today. But looking great. Looking great. 40 pounds down. Fantastic. Good for you. Good for you. All right, I posted in the app. If you haven't answered this question yet, make sure you go in there and do so. Adam, I asked, what are you training today? Beaches, Adam says, 'tis the swole season. Pull alpha. Avril says, yoga every Monday morning for me. So obviously this is from 2 days ago. Good. Monday yoga, always a good idea. Ben says, I'm training shoulders and triceps using dumbbells and machines. Also tried working the heavy bag today as something different to cover cardio. All right. Melissa, maximum swole split C2 upper pull beesh. And we got the Swole fam question. That's good. That's good. That's what we got. Got a few responses so far. We'll probably take some more tomorrow. And when I post those pictures, you don't have to, those go for a few days. So whenever you see that, you can post twice. What are you training today? You can always see that a couple days later and make sure you jump into that. All right. Let's get into some Rate My Meal. It is time. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got on the plates today. First one is from Alex. And Alex says scrambled eggs with green and yellow bell peppers, spinach, red onions, and reduced fat cheddar cheese, pineapple chunks, raspberries, blueberries, and a small glass of apple cider. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
What the fuck is that?
That's a lot of ingredients. That's a lot of ingredients. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of these things. I mean, unless you have specific issues, and a lot of people do with some of the things you're adding, nightshades and issues like that, red onions. I would go for some better quality cheese. Reduced fat cheese is a crime. It's just like skim milk. Get yourself some raw cheese and just eat the real cheese. It'll taste better and it's better for you. But nothing wrong with the fruit and the eggs. I like that. So, you know, if you have issues with peppers and spinach and onions, like a lot of people do, just make sure you cut those out. And of course, ingredients and the quality matters. So good stuff. Good breakfast, protein, fat, some carbs. Good stuff. Good stuff. Daniel Karapetian. We got a Thanksgiving meal. Man, you guys, for Thanksgiving, people really do a number on eggs, huh? I've seen a lot of these eggs with food stuffed in the eggs. You have to put food inside the food. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. That's what the holiday is all about. Stuffing food with other food. We're not fat enough. We have a turkey. I want to put stuff in the turkey. How much can I put in the turkey? I don't know. Just stuff it in. We have an egg. Eggs are delicious. What if we stuffed something in the egg? What if we opened up the egg, cooked it, and then put something else in it in addition? It's not good enough for you? It's not good enough for you? You got to add food to your food? All right. Standard Thanksgiving meal. Hope you enjoyed it. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm serious, but I'm also just kind of joking. But, you know, you got to put your food in food. Thanksgiving's not enough. We have abundance. We have family. We're eating a good meal together. How much food can we stuff in our food? Yeah. John showing me a steak. Bully. Michael, 500-gram Scotch fillet steak. I don't even know where to begin with that. You putting Scotch in your steak? You're soaking your steak in alcohol? All right. Cherry tomatoes and some cheddar cheese. Steak sounds good. Steak sounds good. I know you can marinate and people do all sorts of stuff with beer and all that. Sarah, that's a, what in the fuck is in there?
You lose.
No, you don't lose. Is there meat in there? This looks like one of those like faux bowls or something where you just put in stuff you had left over in the fridge with some noodles, but they're rice noodles. All right. You like something warm, get yourself some bone broth. Get yourself some bone broth. You know, that's important. I know you might want a warm thing, but people love this pho. I don't know what the fetish is with pho or these types of things. It's just hot liquid with some weird, people just want the carbs. They want pasta and to try to tell themselves that's better for them. If you make it yourself, it's always good. So you could use bone broth. You could use bone broth, and I guess you could probably find or make some better type of pasta or noodles or squash or something if you need to have that shape and texture and chew or whatever. If you're one of those people, I need the certain texture. It has to be a certain thing. But yeah, get yourself some protein, quality fats. You know, not my thing. It's just a bowl of vegetables, to be honest. But maybe get some meat in there and you ate that first because you're like, this is the best part. But put some meat in there. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, rate my meal. It's like, okay, you're wearing, I know what you want to eat. I know what you want to eat, but people are trying to, I don't know. A lot of times people eat food, but it's like a filler. you'll get full from eating it. You'll get full because you're consuming liquid, you're consuming things, but you're not getting the nutrition. What's in there? You're eating a celery, that pasta or whatever it is nothing in there. Is that actually bone broth? Maybe it is. Maybe there's meat at the bottom. Yeah, Loretta said maybe the meat's hiding at the bottom. Yeah, maybe you didn't shred it. Maybe it's chunks of meat. You know? All right. Well, there you have it. Questions. Drop your question in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's get into the first one from Instagram. If you have live questions, drop them in the chat. Let's get into this. This one's from Adrian Kasser. I was going to say Caesar. Adrian Kasser. Holy, zoomed in. Must have zoomed in on my monitor. There we go. And then when I zoom in on one, the other one's not zoomed in, so then I got to zoom out. Always a good time. Adrian, what's the best way to work and define your chest without having access to equipment? Push-ups and doing more push-ups and adding weight to your push-ups and dips and stuff. Building muscle, getting stronger, doing more reps, adding on a weight vest. You have equipment, you have a body, but if you can't progressively overload, you're not going to build muscle. Hey, yo, Bill, 55. How often do you do drop sets? Never. I used to do all that stuff before, but it's extra fatigue and exhaustion, and it doesn't build any more muscle. So it's kind of a gimmick just to fatigue you, and you'll feel sore. You get more, soreness or burn in the muscles, and then you flush a lot more blood to the muscles, and then you have kind of like the metabolite buildup, and you get sore and you get inflamed from it. But if you're trying to build muscle, you just want strength. You want to progressively overload. So drop sets do not help you build or progressively overload. They don't help that at all. They just exhaust you and cause more damage without the benefit. You're much better off resting 2 or 3 minutes or whatever it is, and then, or maybe a minute and a half, depending on what exercise it is, and then doing another set and getting another 8, 10, or 12 reps rather than drop the weight from 50 pounds to 30 and do like 15 more reps. Why? You're grabbing 15 pounds when you can rest and grab the 50s or the 40s again. Main Marshall on Rumble. Let's see here. How much meat do you estimate you eat in a week? This, I imagine, is your primary source of protein. Yeah, meat and eggs. Meat and eggs. I think tonight we have some chicken in the fridge, so I think she's going to make some. Mama Slow is going to make some chicken tonight. But we had eggs earlier. We had steak last night. So I don't know if we have any more leftovers. Maybe I'll heat that up too. But how much meat? I don't eat that much meat. Usually I'm eating steak once a day. I'm not usually cooking meat in the morning and in the afternoon. I usually eat 2 meals a day. And the reason why I say 2 meals is usually that's just because of when I wake up, when I want to train, when I want to do the show. And I'll eat other things. I might have a glass of kefir. I might have some yogurt. I might have, some fruit. I might have some juice. I might have some coconut water. Like I'm getting calories in, I'm getting food in. And I'm even getting protein in depending on what I'm drinking. If I'm having goat milk or if I'm having yogurt, I'm getting protein too. A few pounds a week. A few pounds a week. I don't measure it. And I don't eat like an ungodly, I don't eat a crazy amount of steak. It's not like, oh my God, I eat 2 pounds of meat a day. If I was doing carnivore and I was only eating meat, yeah, I would eat more because that's just all that I'm eating. 5 pounds a week? 4? Some liver there too. Sometimes I'll have more liver, but I like eggs. I love eggs earlier in the day. And it's not because it's a breakfast food. We had eggs last night for dinner too. So we had some leftover steak and we also made eggs. So I had like 4 eggs and I had a plate of steak that we heated back up and sauteed and stuff. So in terms of, so it really depends, but I don't look at eggs as a breakfast food, but eggs are a great filler. If you don't have a lot of steak or you have a little bit less steak or you have some leftovers, you heat up a couple eggs, you make a couple eggs and you heat up some leftover steak or something like that. That's great. Eggs are light. They're easy to cook. They're really fast. They're just complete nutrition. They're fantastic. So, I'm eating eggs. Eggs are something that I have every day. Sometimes on days where I don't have steak, I'm definitely having eggs. Because I usually have eggs in the morning. Or the first meal that I'm eating, it's going to be eggs and it's going to be sourdough, usually. Usually we'll have that with some toast. It's so good. All right, Lachund. Why so serious? Okay, real talk. How would you manage intense, long cardio and muscle grow? Jesus Christ. Why so serious? Because you ask stupid questions, so it pisses me off.
You keep using that word. I don't know.
It pisses me off. That's why I'm serious, because I get fucking questions about intermittent fasting. Should I not eat constantly all day? Yes, you should not eat constantly all day. Why? Because you're wider than you are tall. All right, getting back to this question. Real talk as opposed to fake talk. How would you manage intense, long cardio and muscle growth? I wouldn't, because that's completely counterintuitive. If you're doing intense, long cardio, you're not going to be able to put on a ton of muscle. And you're limiting how much muscle you're going to put on. I'll put it that way. Some people can find some balance for a limited amount of time, then they get injured. Most people get hurt after a while, or you're going to have a limit on how much muscle you're going to build. But Papa Soy, I see this person doing high rocks and they're running and they have muscle. They're not running long or fast or well. You're not going to excel. You can't put on a ton of mass and then be very efficient. If you have a massive barge, right, like cargo, and you're shipping across the world, and man, it weighs as an entire, it's like 50,000 metric tons. Okay. That moves really slow. If it's doing a shipment to Australia, it might take 3 weeks or something, whatever that is. All right, Captain Phillips style, right? It's not moving fast. It's not moving fast. I am the captain now. You're not moving fast. If you have a huge airplane, it's not moving fast. Maybe you'll get up to a top speed, but it's not going to go as fast as a fighter jet. It can't turn as quickly. You got to have a larger, right? Same thing with a school bus. Okay. You can't drive as fast, harder to turn. So you're just picking one thing over the other. So you're trying to be a marathon runner and also be jacked. Well, you're going to limit either how well you can run marathons or how jacked you can get. So you're sacrificing on both ends. So pick what you want to do. You don't need long, intense cardio. That's insane. You don't need long, intense cardio. If you're doing intense cardio, first off, if it's long, it's not intense. Unless it might be towards your exhaustion, but intensity is a proxy for the duration. So you're not going to be able to sprint for 5 miles. You're going to be able to run as fast as you can for 5 miles, even if you train, but it's not your maximum sprint. It's a different energy system. So if you're doing 10 miles, you're not sprinting it. You might be running fast, but you're not doing a sprint. You're not running that as fast as you can sprint for 100 meters, for example. So how would I manage that? I wouldn't do it. And I'm telling you from personal experience because I've done it, or I've tried. Start getting hurt or injuries, and you don't get much of either. Both results are muted. So I wouldn't manage long cardio and muscle growth. I would focus on muscle growth. And if I was going to do cardio, and I do cardio, it's going to be shorter duration, higher intensity. And I go in the sauna, so I get my longer duration. I get cardio mimicking benefits from being in the sauna. It's one of the reasons why saunas are fantastic. But I do reverse sled. I'll do jump rope. I'll do, walk Rufus. So if I'm doing intense, if I do my Versa Climber, I'll do 5 minutes and I'll do some intervals, or I'll do 10 minutes and I'll do some intervals. So I'm not doing 10 minutes of straight, I'm doing burst and then slower and then burst and then slower. Get that VO2 max up, but because remember, fatigue is not just cardio, it's systemic. So if you're exhausting yourself with cardio, it's going to negatively affect your ability to produce force with your strength training. And I'm not saying you can't improve your cardio and your weight training at the same time, but obviously if you're practicing both of those things, you're pulling in different directions. So you're going to be muted either direction. All right, let's see. Dr. Daniel, talk to me. Let's see what we got. Is this you? This is you. All right, Papa Soy, I cut it off a little bit. I'm having a nagging back injury that just flares up all the time at work. I'm doing the glute awareness and yoga right now. Don't even dare to hit the gym. What would you suggest I do? A nagging back injury. Well, I would say it depends on what the injury is. So I would be able to tell you better what I would do. Okay. If I had the injury or the pain. So if I could feel it myself, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do some side bending. Oh, it hurts when I go here, but it feels so good. Let me just hold that. Let me work on this. Or I feel it here and this hurts because I know the body. So if this hurts when I do this, but not when I do this, okay, it's this muscle because it's contracting here and it's lengthening here. I know what to do. I know how to activate it or strengthen the muscles around it So then that gets a chance to heal. Because a lot of times what happens is you have a small muscle that gets tweaked. And then what happens is called muscle guarding, or that's how I refer to it. And other muscles usually spasm around it to limit motion. That way you don't aggravate it. So you have to kind of like break through that and get through that, whether with like massage or stretching or longer holds like yin, foam roller. There's different things and different things that can help or benefit. There's different things that you can do that might, help solve the issue. So a nagging back injury is so vague. It's such a vague thing. I know you're watching live, but without feeling it myself, I can't be like, hey, do this. It could be something like 45-degree hyperlateral bendings. It could be, maybe you can't even do that on the ground. Could be dead hangs, could be reverse hypers. Those are really great. Jefferson curls, but it really depends on what kind of injury. You don't want to go doing Jefferson curls if you have an existing problem. You might have to regress it a lot. So I don't want to tell you to do something that's to progress and then you try it and you hurt it worse. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff you can do. But what you're already doing, you said you're doing glute awareness and yoga. That's a great start. That's a great start. Keep doing the glute awareness, whatever doesn't cause you issues. And even if it causes you not pain, but discomfort, because sometimes if you have a muscle that's sore and you're doing an exercise and it feels good, but it kind of feels painful, but not, ouch, it hurts. It's like, oh, that hurts, but oh my God, it feels good to stretch. A lot of times that's a good direction to go. Just be careful. Don't overload it. Don't push yourself, but do what you can do, especially with the glutes. When you have back issues, the glutes are usually a good place to start because most people have weak glutes and poor posture. So working on that is going to be probably the most important thing. And whenever someone tells me, hey, I'm injured or this hurts, what should I do? And I say, take time off, this, that, and the other. I don't just say that to cover my ass legally because you could do what you want. But I know for me, I wouldn't just take time off. I'd work around it. But most people don't know. That's the thing. Most people don't know how to work around things. So I can't even like describe it properly. But yoga, right? If you have no problems doing it and you feel good, you should do it. Toby, kettlebells good for dads with limited time. Kettlebells are great for people that are not dads with lots of time. Kettlebells are fantastic. I have a whole set of kettlebells. I love them. I love kettlebells, even though I don't use them all the time. I haven't used them in a while. For some things I'll do, but I haven't used kettlebells. I go through phases, and you might go through phases too. I have so much equipment, I can't do everything all the time because then you jack of all trades, master of none. But I know how to use my kettlebell, so I maybe fall out of doing it for a little bit. But then I usually integrate kettlebells for mobility or Swole 7, or I'll do my windmills, or I take it outside and I warm up the shoulders, or I just do some kettlebell swings. It might not be the core or the crux of my training, but kettlebells are fantastic. And you'll build muscle with kettlebells. It's just not the same type of tension. And there's more momentum and other things with kettlebells that are different than standard, regular strength training. So there's nothing wrong with kettlebells, but you can imagine when building muscle is the concentric contraction. If you're doing kettlebell swings, there's a concentric, but there's a lot of body weight, there's a lot of momentum, there's a lot of counterbalancing. So it's not the same thing as like bodybuilding, hypertrophy focused training. But kettlebells, I would say, if you don't have a lot of space, especially in an apartment or limited time, kettlebells are great, especially if you're trying to do cardio or you want to do some interval stuff. Just grab a light kettlebell that you can do 50, 100 kettlebell swings. You could just do 100 kettlebell swings and do 3 sets of 100 or 6 sets of 50. And you tell me, with short break between, you tell me that's not cardio. Kettlebell swings are great cardio. So kettlebell swings are fantastic. You grab a light weight, you could do 20 snatches or clean and press, and it's a little burn, but you could use that for your cardio. You could do that with jump roping if you want to do like a short interval cardio. There's a lot of different things. So yes, they're good for dads with limited time, but I'll be honest with you, gym machines and dumbbells are great for dads with limited time. Equipment's equipment. So if you go to a busy gym and you're waiting for different machines because it's always packed and it takes you half an hour to get to the gym, that's not good for dads with limited time because it takes you time to get there and then you have to wait for machines, and to do 3 exercises, maybe it takes you an hour and a half. That's ridiculous. But if you have a couple machines at home or you have a squat rack, you can do barbell and boom, boom, boom. You could change exercise and have it all planned out the night before or the day before and then get up and do it. So it's really arbitrary. Anything is good for people with limited time if you schedule it and have access to it and manage it properly. But most people don't have gym equipment. Most people don't have squat racks and stuff at home. So they have to go to a gym but again, without buying, because if you have dumbbells, what do you really need? Some people have 15-pound dumbbells or 20-pound dumbbells just lying around. But if you want to use dumbbells properly, you guys know you get adjustable ones or you get several sets, then you have a bench and you want one that adjusts ideally. So you have an incline too. And so you have like a couple other things. Kettlebells, you just buy a kettlebell. You know, you don't need, there's no other equipment, maybe a mat or like a yoga mat or something. So let's say you have an apartment or something, or a soft floor that you don't, or tiles or something you don't want to crush. You put a pad down or you put a mat or a square or whatever like that. Those are cheap, or a pillow. So a kettlebell, you have no, aside from chalk or this, that, and the other, a kettlebell, you have a kettlebell, there's the tool. So if you're traveling, this is why I always tell people, if you're traveling somewhere, you have a club or a mace, cool, bring a club and a kettlebell. Because they're very similar. You can do a lot of rotational, swinging, rhythmic movements, mobility. Feels great when you're traveling. You get out of a car and you can do some windmills and then some bends. You can do some reverse Nordic curls for your quads and your hips. You can do all sorts of stuff. Right? But you bring a kettlebell, bottom line, it's very portable and everyone can buy a kettlebell. You could have one kettlebell. You have a 25 or a 24 kilo. That's usually heavy for most people. But, you have a whatever pound, 10-pound kettlebell, 20-pound kettlebell, 53 or whatever they do with 16 kilograms. Well, that's 35 pounds. So, people have different kettlebell. There's different types of kettlebells. A lot of them, not all kettlebells are created equal. A lot of them are shitty. They have terrible windows. They're made of plastic. They're not really kettlebells. They don't have the same design. And people use kettlebells where they squat down and they do an upright row. I'm talking about hard style kettlebells. I'm not talking about, the competition kettlebells. I'm talking about hard style kettlebells. Yeah, what the fuck is a kilogram anyway? Fuck yeah! What the fuck is a kilogram? Hunt the Fit, Papa Soy, how much sleep do I need to properly recover each night? Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. I would say you want to aim for 8 hours. It's a great ballpark. Doesn't have to be 8. It's really the quality. You could be in bed for 8 hours and not sleep well, but you need to sleep as much as possible, or as much as you need. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Most people, 8 to 9 hours is really a sweet spot. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we did questions, balls deep. Yeah, what the fuck is a kilogram? Doesn't even make any sense. kg. Kig? I'm just going to weigh things in stones from now on. Stones. All right. We got, let's do the black people one. Let's do the black stuff last. Let's do the black.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
All right, let's get into balls deep. We got some throwbacks here. We got a good throwback. This one's called Being Fat is Bad. Let's see what we got here. Being fat
What's in the box?
is bad. We know that. Where?
Oh, being fat is so bad for your health. Oh.
Whoa. Smeagol looking rough. This is what happens. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you find the precious. This is what happens after 400 or 500 years. Wow. Give us shampoo.
Oh, being fat is so bad for your health. Oh, you should be losing weight if you want to be healthier. You guys clearly have never worked with someone who
This bitch needs some mane gains. Needs some mane gains and some scalp seed, stat, and any kind of red meat. Any kind of red meat, like
Because
any kind. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Main gains, papasolio.com. Shameless plug.
has restricted their food intake so much, they have lost so much weight that they have gone into cardiac arrest. Someone who has eaten so little, dieted so extremely that their electrolytes are so out of whack that their kidneys stop functioning. Every single day, I am talking to people who are struggling so much with their eating disorder.
Oh, we just changed. Yeah, we just changed from the video because I really want to hear the rest of this.
Oh, being fat is so bad. The only reason why so many of us believe that those in larger bodies are unattractive is because we were taught that. That was a societal doing. Do you think you were born thinking that people with larger bodies are unattractive? No, that was taught to you, either by your family or social media. Maybe you are in a larger body yourself, and so you have received those comments that affirm that there's no possible way that someone with your body size could be seen as attractive. I've gotten past the point of sadness today and like grief over this fat phobic world we live in. And now I'm just angry. I'm feeling very angry about all of this today. And I wish that more people felt the same, because then maybe we can make some change. But unfortunately, that's not what's happening. Unfortunately, more and more people are pursuing thinness, and more women especially are making themselves small. When we're already surrounded by people, men, who are making us small on their own. Why are we letting that happen? Take up more space.
Yeah. No, please don't. Please don't. We don't take up more space. We need real estate prices to come down. Based. We need real estate prices to come down. Please stop taking up so much space. Please. All right. We got another one. We got one more, and then we'll do a throwback. We got the Swole card today is what is it? Swole AF. Hashtag Swole AF for a chance to win today's Swole card. Drop that in the comments. We'll get back to the Swole card visuals in the future, but it's Swole AF. Drop it in the comments down below. All right, here we go. This one's called No Taxes for Black People. Well, time for me to go put on some coconut oil, some banana boat, and go roast these tits. I don't want to pay taxes either. Taxation's theft. Facts.
Just this past week, I saw, I don't remember which celebrity.
I cannot believe. It's not the fact that she's an idiot. It's that we have people that are that much stupider than her that voted for her. You have to understand the level of retardation that we have in our world. Forget how retarded she is. Think about all the people that said, I want that retarded person to represent me. That's what they said. They said, I want that retarded twat to represent me. All right.
But it was actually a celebrity, and I was like, I don't know that that's not necessarily a bad idea. But I'd have to think through it a lot. One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. But at the same time,
someone translate.
It may not be as objectionable to some people about actually giving out dollars. But obviously then you start dealing with the different tax brackets and things like that. And that's one of the reasons that, you know, we argue the reparations make sense, because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind, right? And so it's like, how do you bring forth people? Exactly. And so it's like, if you do the no tax thing for people that are already, say, struggling and aren't really paying taxes in the first place, it doesn't really, exactly.
They may want those checks like they got during COVID.
Exactly.
Oh. You can't fix that kind of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Her ad for Congress is a picture of her with Trump in the background, basically calling her a retard. Yeah, that's a vote for them. That's a great ad. That's an ad for Trump. Because she is a retard. All right. Speaking of this, let's give away the Swole card. We'll do that next. Let's do a throwback first today. Let's actually do the throwback first today. This one, speaking of which, we're just talking about tards.
Why would conservatives think fact-checking is biased against them?
Because it is.
When Facebook and these companies hire third-party fact-checking that really just enforces whatever narrative they want. Now, since Elon bought Twitter, we're actually getting things back on track a little bit.
I mean, what are you sharing if you keep getting fact-checked for false information? Think about it.
And these people are retarded, aren't they?
What were conservatives sharing on Meta that was getting flagged so much?
Facts.
Were they spreading false information?
What are you, fucking retarded?
Yep.
You're fucking retarded!
And why were they so eager? And why are Republicans in general so eager to end the idea of fact-checking?
That's not a thing. You mean when people post facts and then some mysterious third-party organization says, no, that's not true. That's not fact-checking. That's just, oh, we don't want people to say these things. That's called censorship. That's not fact-checking.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Wow. I'm so proud. So proud of you. All right, fam. We got some Swole card action. Hashtag SwoleAF. You dropped in the comments down below. Let's give the Swole card away, shall we? Let's see the Tainty Man. Oh, he's so cool. And he wants one of you to have a Swole card. But who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? You tell me, fam. You tell me. It's got to be one of you. It's got to be one person that landed on it. All right, SwoleAF. Today's winner is, did I just land on it? It is Pam S15. We know Pam. Congratulations, Pam. Congratulations. Rufus and Pinkston want you to have this Swole card, and they want to congratulate you. So send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 3506 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Cerny says, Cerny has a vote for Cerny. Cerny says Cerny should win. Interesting. We'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. All right, fam. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We will be back. Let's see. Mañana. We got a lot of mañana. Mañana. We will see you back here Thursday, December the 11. Appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you. And again, adieu. Farewell. Go to the fucking gym. If you are not yet a member, head on over to swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. We have Fuck Your Resolution specials. We're making a lot of updates. I don't think I've announced the date yet, but we have our Swole New Year's party coming up at the end of December. You guys can look up and see what date that is. I think it's 2 days usually. It's 2 days before. So a lot of times people are like, we'll start a day early. And we're like, no, we'll start 2 days early. So for people that start a day early, we're starting 2 days early to be a day early from those shows. You want to start on the 31st? Fuck you. We do on the 30th. So it's something like that, but we'll probably pick it on a Monday. We'll look at the schedule and we will finalize that date, and we'll have epic new releases, announcements. We're doing a lot of new stuff. So very excited for all that, and appreciate all of you for being here. Make sure you drop a comment in the community and answer those pinned posts. Go pick up those Swole rewards, buy one, get one 50 on merch, awesome specials over at swolenormousx.com, and lots of new stuff coming. Thank you, Michelle. Your update looks great. You're crystal clear. Ooh.
Hi, puppy.
Hello. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? Crystal clear. Pinky's crystal clear. Look at that. She just got cleaned up. Look at that booty. Got to change the camera angle because now she's always going to be facing away. No one cares at all. Look at this guy. I get him a bed. Just doesn't want to stay on it. Well, I appreciate that, you guys. Look at that. Look, we got the flags back here. We got the changing flags for the episode. I forgot to change it for today's episode. I have so many flags in the gym, and I have a bunch of flags down here. So it's awesome. Yeah, fluff my pillow. Do it. Show looks great. Thank you. How's the stream? Looks smooth. Buttery smooth. You guys remember we used to have a bunch of issues. Hopefully we're not going to have issues. And we got some other stuff on the back end. By the way, a couple times, especially in the summer, we have, obviously down in Florida, we have, I want to say power issues, but power can go out. You know, you have wind, you have storms and stuff, and it could go out somewhere else, and a transformer blows, and it's so fucking hot. That's another thing. It's not so much the wind also. It's just how hot it runs. It just gets so hot, and then things can blow and stuff like that. So I also have a backup battery system. So we're going to be able to have, if there's a power outage, and I hope it works, but we'll see. I'll get that set up. So if we do have like a power outage, you know, it'll buy us a short period of time where we're able to end the show. I think you guys probably remember sometimes episodes wouldn't be able to get uploaded because the save would get interrupted when the power would go out. So going to work on this battery backup situation. That way, if power does fluctuate, we can finish the show. We have like 5 or 10 minutes or something of lead time that way. If it doesn't come back on, we're able to still finish the show, which will be a game changer because sometimes the pain in the butt if it kicks off, but internet's smooth. Everything's looking good. And I appreciate everyone for being here. So yeah, I know this is a tough time of year. Everyone's busy and running around. So I hopefully you catch it later, catch on Spotify. Oh, by the way, in closing, and I know this is a little bit of a long outro, but Spotify I haven't been able to upload. So if you don't see on Apple Podcast or Spotify, I'm having upload issues. I'm actually with support right now and I'm trying to upload it again. So yesterday's episode was done. I tried to upload it 3 times. Three is a lucky number. It was not. So for some reason I upload it, I post it, and then it disappears. So I don't know where it's going, but it's not on my end. I'm trying to figure it out. So yesterday's episode will be available, but you can watch it on Rumble and YouTube. It's still there. All right. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for 3507. Hope you're enjoying the new memes. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we got some more awesome new stuff, and we'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Yeah, boy. Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.